The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. They came to Capernaum, and on the Sabbath, Jesus entered the synagogue and taught. The people were astonished at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes. In their synagogue was a man with an unclean spirit. He cried out, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Jesus rebuked him and said, "Quiet, come out of him." The unclean spirit convulsed him, and with a loud cry came out of him. All were amazed and asked one another, "What is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him." His fame spread everywhere through the whole region of Galilee. The Gospel of the Lord. A blessed Sunday po uli sa ating lahat. You know, all of us have been given or entrusted with authority in varying degree and capacities. Parents have authority over their children. Teachers have authority over their students. Political or civil or religious leaders have authority over the people who have been entrusted to their care. But the more important question is, how is this authority being exercised? Yun ang pinakamahalagang tanong. And for our reflection this Sunday, let us focus on exercising authority according to the example of Jesus. Whenever we hear the word authority, ano po ba yung unang pumapasok sa ating kaisipan? Usually, it's power. People who have authority are people in power, hindi po ba? The people who are in authority have the capacity to rule, to control, to command, to dictate. Yun ang kadalasang na-associate sa salitang authority. In the gospel for this Sunday, the people were astonished at Jesus because he had authority not like the scribes. Kaya ang tanong, ano ba yung kakaiba sa authority ni Jesus? Because the leaders during the time of Jesus exercised their power to rule, to overpower people, to dictate on people, to enslave people. But whenever we read the Gospels, we see Jesus exercising his own authority over people to liberate them, to set them free, to uplift them, to affirm them, because his authority is a manifestation of his love and concern for people. Kaya nga kadalasan, the exercise of Jesus' authority in the Gospels is best described in the healing miracles he has performed. Yung mga pagpapagaling niya sa mga may sakit, pagpapalalayan niya sa mga inaalihan ng demonyo, dito nakikita yung authority ni Jesus. And this is one thing we can learn from Jesus. Because at the end of the day, it is not how much authority you have been given or you have been entrusted with that matters. Hindi. But what matters is how are you exercising or how have you exercised your authority? And so, for me, this is the most perfect time to be honest with ourselves and ask, how have we exercised our authority? Alam nyo, kung meron kasing nakakalungkot na madalas nating naririnig o napapanood is the abuse of authority. Bakit? Ngayong panahon na ito, authority is being used to control people, to abuse people, to put people down, to humiliate people, to control people. At yan ay nakakalungkot. That parents, for example, marami tayong naririnig ng mga kwento ng mga magulang dahil meron silang authority over their children, kinokontrol nila ang kanilang mga anak. And they overpower them. Or people in authority, whether in civil or religious or political authority, may mga naririnig din po tayo. The abuse of authority. Why? Because people have become enslaved because of their authority. So in short, we have exercised this authority that has been given to us in the wrong way. And so let us look at Jesus, his example on how to truly exercise the authority that has been entrusted to us. Kaya sana, kayong mga magulang, tanungin nyo ang sarili ninyo. How have you exercised your power over your children? Have you exercised it as a manifestation of your love and concern for them, to uplift them, to liberate them, to affirm them? Or have you exercised your authority over them to control them para kayo lang ang laging nasusunod? And also to our brothers and sisters who are in the position of authority in the community, ask yourself also, how have you exercised the authority that has been entrusted to you? In a positive way po ba ito? Or in a negative way? And so, my dear brothers and sisters, the gospel is very timely for all of us. We all have authority to exercise. Let us not exercise it to control, overpower, to put down people, to humiliate them. But let us exercise our authority with love and concern to uplift people, to liberate them, to educate them, to affirm them. And this is the example that we can learn from our Lord Jesus. Kaya nga po sa ating pagninilay ngayong linggong ito, here are some few questions for reflection. First is, have you been entrusted with authority? If yes, what kind of authority have you been entrusted with? Second question, how have you exercised your authority? Number 3, have you exercised your authority with love and concern to uplift, to affirm, and to liberate people? In the end, this is all that matters. The exercise of power according to the example of Jesus. Muli, Father Xavier po ito para sa dasal at pagninilay. Keep supporting our YouTube channel by subscribing and share our videos to your family, relatives, and friends. And together, we inspire. God bless us all and keep safe always.